Hey everyone, and welcome to World Heritage Journey, where today we're at the Cistercian Abbey of Fontenay, central France. Fontenay is the oldest Cistercian abbey anywhere in the world, and it dates from the 12th century. It's actually largely unchanged since that time, and it's very, very beautiful as well. It's really well preserved, and I'm really keen to check it out. Let's go. Cistercian monks are an offshoot of Benedictine monks, and they devote themselves to poverty, self-sufficiency, and solitude. And they would construct their monasteries in very remote locations like this one, surrounded by high walls so that nothing could distract them from work and prayer. In fact, the founder, Saint Bernard, he even ensured that there were no decorations, paintings, or anything like that that would distract the monks from their work and their prayer. So this large room here is actually the Monks Dormitory, and it leads straight into the church via a staircase. What's incredible is that at one point the monastery was home to over 300 monks, and they all slept in this room on pallets on the floor. So this room is known as the boiler room, and it's the only place in the entire monastery, aside from the kitchen and the infirmary, where it was permitted to build a fire, which meant that obviously most of the place was freezing cold. But there is a door that goes straight into the monks' dormitory, so apparently it wasn't that bad. The building behind me is known as the Forge, and unsurprisingly, it held a forge. It dates from the 12th century, and the monks would mine iron ore over in the distance. They would use the river just on the other side of the building to power large machinery wheels that would process the iron ore and make it into tools, which they could then sell to the locals. It was all part of the monks' self-sufficiency, in which they didn't have to rely on locals for handouts or for anything else. So although there were 300 monks living here at one point, it eventually fell into decline. It was attacked during the 100 Years' War and again during the wars of the 16th century. And finally, by the time of the French Revolution in the late 18th century, there was only a handful of monks living here when it was taken over by the government and turned into a paper mill. In the 19th century, it was bought by a private family who set about restoring it, and they actually still own it today. And they did such a good job restoring it that it's been used as the setting for some TV and movies. Unfortunately, nothing that I recognize, mostly French productions. But still, it's great to see how a medieval monastic community would have looked and operated. But that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Joel on the road, and I'll see you at the next World Heritage site.